YouTube. I'm back from my long break, and I just wanted to update you on why I've been out and what's gonna happen now, and if I'm gonna do any more videos, which I am. And as you see, I have no new pens, no new fountain pens, but I do have one pen that I will make a video on, but it's not really a fountain pen. And I just wanted to make a little update on how my pens are actually doing on durability and not like breaking at all. So I'm just gonna take this one. This is my Bulo 2500, and no, this is my Bulo 250. This green one in particular I don't really use as much because it just hasn't been writing that well since the beginning. Might have been defective or whatnot. So the cap is really hard to get off, and this is a bit tight to get off too. Right now I don't have any ink in them because I just clean them all out. I'm gonna put ink in them for my next video, an update on how they're writing. So this one's okay. Just I haven't used it in a really long time. So hold on, just let me that in here. My next pen, this one, I do use like a lot, so the cap is like really loose and just pops off sometimes. So that's annoying. So when I have it in like my bag, it sometimes just happens and then it gets all my stuff inked up. As you still see, it's just try and focus on that. Can't really see it at all. It's not focusing. But the nib is still in great condition. No ink stains from this one, which I do use a fair amount of time. This one's ink filler is a bit tight too. And still, none of them are. I mean, this is tight when you do that. All the rest of them aren't as tight, but still good. Yeah, this is like my major pen that just messed up with the durability. It really very loose. Next one, the white one, I didn't use as much, but I use it a fair amount of the time. That it's loose, but not as loose as the silver one. It's also the Bulo 250. And this one is as well not as ink stained on the nib. It's very tight to get this one off. I'm gonna have to fix that after the video, but it's just not coming off. Yeah, this one's very tight. Alright, my next pen is also a Bulo 250, which is pretty much like the white with the cap. It's like pretty much when it came from Amazon when I got it. It's loose, but not too loose. and it does still click. And also, all of the clips are still tight. They didn't get loose from wearing, which is good. One thing I wanted to mention though with the white is on the top. If you could barely see it, but right there, there's like a little dot of like glue when they put it on, which was a downer for when I got it. Kind of ruined the whole thing for me, but it doesn't really matter. This pen, this one is also, oh, there we go, I got it. It was very tight, but it still works. This is as well tight when you're filling the ink, but it still works perfectly fine. My next pen, which I use quite often, is the gold one. This one has a tight cap, which I like, because I like just hearing the click of it and the way it comes off it. I like the feeling. The clip is very tight. And I really like the design of these pens, how they have the lines going down. The gold one and the silver one only have the lines. The other ones just have weird designs. This one's just like plain compared to the... This is as well Bluelo 250. The nib is completely clean. No ink stains at all. This comes off very loosely. The filler converter is, it's not, I wouldn't say loose, but it's not tight. It's like in the in-between, so it's perfect. My last fountain pen, is the Pilot Metropolitan. I just got the plain black one with the no design on the right there. The one problem with this pen is this part right here, in between the grip of the pen and the body of the pen. Right here, this is where most people like to hold it. I necessarily hold it down here, but I did try holding it up here once, and this part right here is very sharp, so it can hurt your fingers, but overall, this is one of the best pens too. This converter is a squeeze converter, and the nib, pretty sure it's a fine nib. It's silver and is completely clean, no ink stains at all. And overall, all of my pens, this clip though is looser than the other ones, because I did use this pen for a fair amount of the time that I've had all my pens. This is one of my favorite for like work that I do, because it has fine instead of medium, and the fine just makes it, I think, neater. The medium ones look better, but this one just makes it easier to write in smaller areas. So overall, my pens are in good condition after all the time I've been using them. Fair condition, except the silver one is just the cap. That's the only downer for that pen. And if you wanted to know where I was over the past 7 months that I was not making any videos, it was because I just didn't have that much time on my hands to do it, so soon I'll be making more videos on more pens. My next pen that I really am thinking that I'm going to get would be the Parker. It's a Parker pen. It's black. It's just a simple Parker pen, not one of the $300 ones, just like a simple, maybe $50 one. I don't want to spend too much money on one, just want to have a cheap or inexpensive pen that writes very nicely by Parker. And I'm also going to get some new ink for my pens. So thank you for watching my newest video, and please subscribe. Thank you.